Yo, I'm back again with another video. Today I'll be reacting to Abba and Preach. So let's see what they have to say.
And guys, this is my personal advice to you. This whole approaching thing, throw that shit out the window. I'm gonna say it now. Take it and throw it in the trash.
Shuck it.
Women will complain. Hey, the men don't approach. I don't give a.
This is how to not approach girls at the gym.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate when there's weirdos. It makes me so uncomfortable. Feral, like feral. There's mirrors everywhere, so it's like you can easily catch people in the act. Oh, this is nothing. Okay, we're gonna move on to the 35s now. I want you to watch very carefully. The 5 as.
So is she literally counting how many times the guy is glancing, not staring. Staring, when you stare at somebody, yeah, you stare at somebody for like long, like that's staring. The guy glancing. He's glancing once and then going down. That's not staring. There's a difference between staring and glancing at somebody. When you stare at somebody, you stare for them for a long time. When you keep on glancing like this for like 2 seconds. So that's just my first point. There's a difference between staring and glancing at somebody. There we go.
£5. And these are the rates. Excuse me? You don't have to do that. It's okay. No, it's okay. I got it. Thank you, though.
This is why I don't want kids.
See what I mean? Alright, here we go. Let's go to the gym, girls. Let me go with some girlfriends. This is ridiculous. I gotta be careful. I gotta be fucking careful. Can't be too fucking... What part of me working out by myself looks like I'm a fucking damsel in distress? I'm not.
Sorry. That exercise just makes me laugh. I
know
it's the new thing because of everybody trying to grow their glutes, and I see like everybody on Instagram do that. But that exercise is.
And then you call me, and then you call me juvenile when I go.
There's something.
The worst thing is that it's in fast forward, so that's even worse.
I'm so dead.
That's worse.
It's completed. You know what I mean? Oh, so what did you think?
No, nothing. Oh, that was that it?
That was generally it. She basically called the guy a creep and all that stuff. This guy made me extremely uncomfortable at the gym. This is why I'll end up crying on stream. I feel so grossed out at times with the amount of sexualization I experience. Hopefully this spreads awareness for girls who experience this type of treatment at the gym. Stupid piece of shit behind me. She whispers in the microphone. I hate this. I hate when there's weirdos. It gets me so uncomfortable. Feral.
The funny thing is, I think the girl should have just said, like, stop looking at me. I feel very uncomfortable. She could have, when the guy came up to me, she could have said that, like, first of all, like, number one, because if she really felt uncomfortable, she should have said something. She shouldn't have been afraid, bro. And like, and the guy wasn't like staring, like he was just glancing. Maybe she was struggling. You could see that she was struggling with the weights. I saw she was struggling with the weights. Maybe the guy wanted to help. I don't know. Maybe some people can see it differently, but how I see it is that if she really felt uncomfortable, she should have just said to the guy, look, when he came up to her, she could have just said, nah, look, I really feel uncomfortable looking at me. Can you please go to the other side and don't bother me because I really feel uncomfortable you staring at me or something. You know what I mean? So I feel like the girl should have said something at that moment, you know, and not go out on social media and post a video and make, you know what I mean? Like
Feral, that's what she said in the video. So here's the extra context. I found a squat rack in the area in the corner of the gym. She wrote in a lengthy reply. He followed me there after I did a reverse deadlifts. There was a plenty of ab machines to use, but he chose the one that was not doing his workout half of the time. The mirror faced me and not the whole gym, so he was looking around there. There was nothing but a mirror in my direction. I get constantly harassed by men in public spaces. When I even
Harassed. I get constantly harassed in public spaces. Oh my gosh. So listen to this. Listen to this. When you watched that video, did you see any harassment there? I don't know. I don't know. When you watch the whole video in its entirety of it, I'll link it down below. Do you think that the girl was harassed in that whole time, or sexually harassed in any type of form, any type of way? I understand that she may feel uncomfortable of the guy maybe staring at her, right? Staring, looking, glancing. You can feel uncomfortable there, but when you're saying harassed is a different type of thing now. Harassed is actually physically touching somebody, doing something out of, without consent or whatever. Like, first of all, was it even a harassment when I look at it? Because when, I don't get it. Okay, but let's just start.
even showed inch of skin, so yes, I get pissed when they glare for disturbingly long periods of time. I'm not looking for views or clicks. I just posted this to spread awareness. I don't think it's
I'm not looking for views or clicks. I understand that, but at that moment, you should have just said to a guy, I feel uncomfortable of you looking at me or glancing at me. Can you please go somewhere else? Politely, like simple, like just the same as me. I approached a girl in the mall, so I approached her. I said, look, man, please sit here. I want to talk to you. She's like, no. Then I walked away. You know what I mean? I don't like. Everybody glances at somebody. Don't act like you have never glanced at somebody in your life. Don't act like that. Don't tell me you never stared at a guy and say, oh my gosh, she's hot, or oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Don't lie to yourself.
It's bad to look at someone once and you'd be like, oh, that's a pretty girl. But I personally put my headphones in, I mind my business and make sure to look unapproachable because I only there to film gym vlogs and work on my progression in the gym. I wouldn't be there doing this for attention at all. I don't trust random strangers. No person should. You don't know their intention. I can see how this makes me look like I have an inflated ego, but I am an attractive girl in the beauty standard sense, and I get extremely sexually harassed online, and it makes trusting random strangers that I approach me trigger my trauma, which is why I respond this way. I'm extremely antisocial, and being hit on is never a compliment to me. I don't like to be approached. I haven't dated for a year because I despise being sexualized. It happens anyway, and I get frustrated. It's normal for girls to feel this way because it happens often.
Can I pause you 2 seconds?
Go for it.
How do we know if I don't approach you? I don't know your background. I can understand that you have all this background. I do understand.
And that's true. Like, how would you know that this person has suffered that trauma? For example, that trauma of being sexually harassed online, as she stated on her tape. Like, and if, let's say, I'm a stranger approaching you, how will I know that you have dealt with that trauma in your life?
Then I sympathize with you, but how am I gonna know? For you, being approached is never a compliment. I can't know that. And in this society, as a man, I have to approach. So what the fuck am I, like, I don't know, it's not written.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, how would you know that this person doesn't like being approached if you don't actually approach the person, for example? Let's analyze this quickly. So this person says that she has trauma being, like, because she's been sexually harassed online, and she also doesn't like being complimented by men, right? However, how will a stranger from, let's say, nowhere come up to you, wants to talk to you, how will that person know that information? How will that person know? So that's why I said, in that situation, I would just suggest you just say, look, I don't want to talk to you. You should just go away and blah, 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 blah. I don't feel really comfortable talking to you. Simple. Then posting it on social media for the whole world to know that this is how you feel. Like, you should have said it to that guy at that moment, bro. Like, you should have just said it. That moment at that time, you should have said, look, I feel uncomfortable. You're looking at me. I've been looking at you. See, you know what I mean? I really feel uncomfortable. So I would rather suggest you go the other side of the gym or whatever than posting it on social media when, you know what I mean?
Written on your forehead, my girl.
people who say this kind of behavior is creepy is so funny to me.
And then he says the behavior, and also that's also another thing that she said. She said on a statement that she finds it creepy. Why didn't you just say it at that moment when it was happening? Like, you don't have to now go on social media and say, like, you know, you should just say, look, I don't really feel comfortable. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand, like, how a person is looking at you. Everybody has done this before. Don't act like you have never done this in your life. Look at a girl or like admire somebody, a girl or a boy or anyone. Don't act like you have never looked at somebody and admire them for a few seconds. Don't act like everybody has done that. Now, if you said you haven't, you're just lying to yourself. And that's a fact.
Have you guys ever done any approaching? I've watched women approach people. I watch them do it in clubs. You want to know what women do to approach a dude in the club? They see a guy, they try to angle themselves. They see him, right? They'll look at him through his peripherals. And then they'll try to angle themselves a certain way.
They try to look available.
And then, if they move, they try to get into another place where the man can see them and make eye contact so he can approach, right? You start to strategize and physically put yourself in places to be able to approach. No one goes, oh, she's pretty, I'm going right in. There's always a bit of attentiveness. Like I want to just strip down. Oh, he glanced 4 times. And guys, 99% of people, when they approach anybody, think it over. They have approach anxiety.
Same with me. Like, you think it over for 50 times, 60 times, like, oh, I'm like, should I go? Should I not go? You're looking, I don't know, it's a sticky situation. I don't know if I should do this. Oh my gosh. I'm like, some of us get nervous, like, yo, some of us have guababa. Like, that's what we call it, in South Africa, we call it guababa. Like, we're scared of girls, like, talk to girls, bro. Like, I had that, like, can't even talk to girls. Sometimes, like, I was even scared to talk to girls. Like, it's normal, bro. It's simple. Like, that's the thing. People just don't understand. Like, it's normal, bro. It's normal. It's normal. It happens. And, like, it's not an easy thing to do, like, to approach somebody and talk to them, even especially if it's just a stranger, like it's a random stranger. It's so difficult. Imagine me trying to talk to people. It's so crazy, you know what I mean? It's not easy.
They get worried about going up to the person. They get nervous about the prospect of being rejected. They think it over. Yeah. They try to position. This is a normal type of behavior. And the reason why I'm saying that is we look at this and we're like, oh, this is inherently creepy. When in reality, it is how the vast majority of people get approached. Think about somebody you've liked before. You've ever had a crush? How many times have you sat there and glanced at your crush before ever saying anything a few times?
This is so true. Like, I agree with this thing. Like, you'll be like, oh my gosh, you'll be sitting there looking, you're like, hey, should I do this? I don't know if I should. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Abort mission. I'm not going. I'm scared. I'm too nervous. And that's what happens sometimes, you know. Sometimes you overthink it. And everybody has glanced and looked at people, bro. Like, don't act like you have never done that in your life. And the girl is complaining for the fact that he looked at her more than 4 times. And she claimed that she was harassed because the guy was looking at her. How is that harassment? That's my question. Answer this question. How is that harassment for a guy looking at a girl at a gym, glancing maybe more than 4 times, trying to help her get the weight on? Now that's harassment. I don't know.
How many times have you thought about how you sit, how your posture is around the person you're crushing on? We do these kinds of little things to signal interest to the other person,
No, I've never done that.
Oh,
hoping that they reciprocate. Women will sit there. What do they'll do? They'll adjust their hair. They'll smile at you, right? Is that creepy? I'm just asking. Is it creepy when women don't say a word, but they'll glance at you, though? And they'll glance again, right? And ladies, if you're being honest, you guys have all done this with somebody you liked who you may not have had that much contact, or someone you thought was cute very briefly.
Never.
We all do a bit of signaling with our body language inadvertently to say we're interested, or maybe we don't even cognitively realize it, but we're displaying an interest. It becomes creepy when you're not interested. And I can understand. You're going to the gym, you just want to work out, you're not interested. But you also have to understand that in this world, like Preach said, we do expect men to do the approach, to go out there and try themselves. we don't have a set of rules where it says where it is acceptable and isn't. Maybe the gym is off limits. You know, maybe that's a spot where people don't want to get approached ever. Hard to say. I also know a lot of people who meet their partners at the gym and they start fucking from there. So it's not a clear defined rule. Like, if you told me the woman's bathroom, I'd be like, okay, stupid is not supposed to be in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If he runs, hey, she sits down inside pee, he opens the door, he's like, oh, y'all sit to pee? That's different. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was so weird. That, okay, I can understand. And this is why I said before, in spaces where men and women are commonly together for extended periods of time, it is very difficult to have these spaces and expect no fraternization. I say this where it's work, where you have literal, at work, okay, there's literal rules to not fuck your coworkers. They still do it. They have rules. Don't and everyone's like,
fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking. I'm getting my dick wet.
They can't stop. And maybe it should be a rule. I just want people to appreciate that they throw around this word creepy. And I want you to understand how this kind of approaching society where we created a society where men don't like the idea of approaching. Vast majority of dudes who are regular and cool are never going to say anything to a woman. Why? Because of videos like this where they can get put on blast by a streamer, some famous person, semi-famous person, and then have millions of people describe whether or not they're really disgusting perverts or something like that because they glanced at somebody a few times that they like.
Imagine. Just for looking at somebody, bro. Imagine that's for looking at somebody for 3 minutes, 3 seconds, or 4 seconds. Glanced, not stare. Stare is a different. Stare is like staring. You know when they're staring at somebody, you know, just glancing, like glance. Staring is staring for a long time. So that's why I said there's a difference between glancing and staring. I don't know if I'm.
But let's be honest.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But this person, like, why I posted on social media, like, this is not.
Honest. Every single one of you motherfuckers have looked at somebody that you've liked and glanced at them, including women.
Never.
Including women.
Never. Never? Yeah? Well, what's your favorite feature about the person? I don't know. I like his eyes. I like the way he smiles. If you like his eyes and the way he smiles, you glance.
Bruh. So I'm not discounting that women feel uncomfortable in these spaces because they just want to go from nothing. And sometimes, like, if you're an attractive female, you get approached the whole time. Okay? I'm not discounting that. But let's also be honest about the fact that most of these dynamics kind of work that way. And even though it's unfair to you and you get tired of it, it might be the first time you approached a girl all month.
That's true. Nah, let's be honest.
It could be. And he comes off the first time and you bite his head off. I understand why you do, but you have to understand for his perspective, I didn't even.
No, like,
and it's not like he was inappropriate. It's not like he was rude.
Yeah, but
I get that you don't want to be infringed on, but let's balance out.
He was off. I feel like he was off. Taking the weight like that and just assuming not asking anything like that was off. That was off. You didn't ask. You just took the shit and then try to put it. Yeah, that was a bit off. I understand, but that was maybe I'm gonna say it. It was a bit maybe a faux pas. Like, it was not as uncomfortable, but I wouldn't deem him like the worst creep in the world. Yeah, that's what he did. You said, and you did good. You said, yeah, no, I'm good. And he left. He did the thing where he left. No interest. Like, I cannot know.
Can I ask you?
Go ahead.
At the gym, when you're doing certain exercise, don't people just come and offer to spot you?
They offer it. That's what I'm saying. He just took this shit and put it on it. That's what I understood. I didn't hear or see, maybe it went too fast, that he was talking to her. He just took the weight and tried to put it in its place.
Okay, that's a fair point. I did see that he just took the weight and put it in. But if he was trying to be helpful, he should have said something. You should have said something, bro.
Yeah, people offer me. They offer. Excuse me, could you? He just went there and I can understand how abrasive that could be. You just assume, and that could be in this day and age when women don't want to feel like a damsel in distress, and you do that. I've been yelled at for holding a door. If you're gonna go up to a weight that she's already put there, and then she's all right, and your intentions were probably all right, but you don't ask, that's what is that? That's what was his error. Absolutely, I'll say that.
Okay, this is where I disagree. Man's right there. He goes over. He says he grabs it. Can I put it on? Right?
Did he say that?
Yes, he asked.
He asked.
As he grabbed it, he asked. He said, no, I'm good. He puts it right back and he walks away.
But that's all you had to say, because the one thing that I said is that I said I didn't hear. So I think he didn't ask.
Where you might have felt that was very inappropriate, another person would be like, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. You know how many folks at the gym start off conversations that way very casually, and then they become like, they create their own little gym community where they see each other often? Not everyone's built for that. But what I'm trying to say is, I understand. I got my own traumas, and there's certain things that people infringe on a regular basis that set me off. But I also have to do the work in my head to realize they don't mean it that way. Or I don't know that they mean it that way. Or I don't know that they're making a huge faux pas. So I also got to meet them halfway and be like, no, thank you. And then I leave it at that. If they keep pushing after that, then you could infer that there's something wrong. You've established a boundary, right? You said no, and the person has continued. Then I can understand. And guys, this is my personal advice to you. Okay? A lot of people don't like this. This whole approaching thing, throw that shit out the window. I'm going to say it now. Take it and throw it in the trash.
Chuck it.
Women will complain, hey, the men don't approve. I don't give a fuck.
But that's how it's supposed to be.
I don't give a fuck.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Y'all not doing that shit no more.
No,
and cut that shit out. I'll tell you what it is, okay? Because I've done it. I've done the whole pickup artist thing. I used to go to clubs with Sharpies and play games. I got videos and photos. Like, I have proof. I've done it. I've done the whole laundry list. I'm telling you, cut that shit out. That shit is for the past. That was for the birds of yesterday. Today, we got a lot of pigeons.
The who?
We got a lot of...
Cut it out, man. Don't approach. You heard.
Yeah, we got a lot of pigeons, okay? All right? So, today's a different day. Well, how do I mean to go? I'm going to tell you, really simple. Build yourselves a life that women are going to find endearing. And naturally, things will flow from there. Get your shit in shape. Get your money right. I'm not talking about millions. I'm talking about just get your own place, get a decent car, okay? Make sure you got some cool hobbies and keep it the fuck pushing. But this whole thing of walking up to strangers you don't know, the whole thing of like, bro, I see people lose their jobs for less. Cut it out. And I'm not saying this because I don't want y'all to get none. I'm telling you, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the annoyance. And it's certainly not worth everything else that comes with it. Because I don't think this guy going to return to that gym. Don't do it. Keep your shit pushing. Pause. Because that sounded weird. This whole thing, and I don't care how much women, no, we want, I don't give a fuck. You want it so bad, go do it yourself, stupid.
Nah, don't do it. It's really that. Like, we're not in the day and age where we could do that, we could afford to do that. Like, are you gonna afford to lose all the be labeled a creep? Be labeled? Nah, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm just gonna be in these spaces, and I'm just gonna be in spaces. You know what I mean? If I was you, I'd be that. I'm gonna be in spaces. You don't
be in space. Just be. Just live, bro. Don't. That energy, don't need it, bro. I actually learned something.
Don't do no approaching. You just be. And people, motherfuckers don't want to talk to, they'll talk to, or they won't. You have to be okay with going home alone.
And I'm gonna go a step further.
Yeah, you have to be okay going home alone. You have to be okay eating in a restaurant alone. You have to be okay fucking doing things alone. You have to be okay with it. That's what I have to, that's the hard lesson that we have to go through, all of us. Not all of us, some of us. I don't know.
This whole thing like, oh my God, people sexualize me. Listen, I'm tired of these women going up to the gym in booty shorts and a fucking bra and saying I'm being sexualized. No, you're doing that. You're doing that. You're showing off the most amount of skin and clothes that show your curves off in the highest amount of ways and then complaining because people are ogling or glancing at you. Girl, stop. Just stop. I mean, I'm not saying that dudes don't sexualize women who don't, or just that way, because sometimes they even do. But don't act like you don't contribute to that either. Don't act like that isn't, because I know women who do make a lot of the efforts to do a lot of the other stuff, and it does reduce a lot of the contact they have. So there's this whole idea of like, oh my God, men are these like sexual beasts and blah blah blah.
But
Stop
she was wearing things to train. She's not wearing nothing that was sexual. For them people that over-sexualize people in gray, when fall comes in and we talk about gray sweatpants and we talk about dick prints, You should no. What he said. Booty. No.
And it's not just ladies. There's dudes that go up in the smallest tank top, showing their nipples and everything, making sure you know.
Yeah.
They wearing sweatpants that like fucking hug their cheeks. Pause. Okay, people go to the gym and wear the tightest outfits, not because it's great for your pump.
No.
That's not why you do it.
No.
You do it because you like the way it looks and you know what it signals. And if you don't, you fucking lying to yourself.
Out there peacocking and
Okay?
shit. Stop.
Some of you women's gym outfits look like your club outfits. It look like you going to the beach. So let's cut this whole shit out. I'm so sick of people. Oh my God, the world is sexual. You in a thong, stupid.
Well, that was booty shorts.
But not her, but people do that in general. I'm tired of people sexualizing. I can see your nipples through your shirt.
You're showing your bits.
That's
You're showing your bits. People are gonna look at your bits.
Oh my God.
That's okay.
This is man, I don't know.
This whole sexualizing thing, I don't know, man, how I can take it. So I've heard this before when they say you cannot tell how a woman should dress, whatever, this, and this. However, I would say this point, that there are some contributions to why both men and women sexualize each other, right? Some people actually want to be noticed and wants to be like, you know, seen and glanced at and be looking at when you wear these types of outfits. Some women, they don't, you see, that's why I'm saying, like, it happens where people really do, depending on the reason why you're wearing something. That's the thing. Why do you want to wear it? Why do you wear it? That type of thong, why do you wear it? You wear it so you want to get attention from men. Some people have different reasons, or maybe people actually like the outfit, you see, and that's why they want to wear the outfit. Some people want to wear the outfit because they want to get more attention from men, because men are not noticing them. I don't know. It could be their reason of why they wear those clothes. But however, I cannot say how women should dress or how they should dress in a gym, or what. If they want to wear like that, so be it, wear like that. And then if somebody chooses to sexualize you, unfortunately, that's how our society is, and that's how it is. When somebody sees, especially even with men, not just with women, even with men, when they take off their shirts and they have a six-pack, obviously, you know, the attention is towards also women. With the men that have like big abs, big muscles, and they take off their shirt, who are they trying to please when doing that? They're not doing it for themselves. However, they're also doing it so they can get more attention from women. Same with women. The same thing with women, where they wear tights and wear shorts. Sometimes you can, if they want to get attention from men, or so they can be approachable. Some people have their reasons why they do certain things. So I wouldn't say women wear thongs or tights because they want to get attention from men. Number one, maybe they would like wearing that outfit and they want zero attention from men, and they get sexualized regardless of what they wear. So I get that point. So that's why I'm not gonna say what you should wear and what you shouldn't wear. That's what I'm trying to say. Like there's reasons why people want to wear that particular outfit. You get what I mean? And that's just part of society. Whereas if you like take off your shirt as a male, or if you have like a six-pack, or you have muscles, or like, yeah, you wear it as a male, like you just wear like a chokey or whatever, chokey or whatever, or like just like a V-shaped underwear, so you can see your private parts. Like, you see, it goes, when you sometimes people do that, especially gents, you know, they also want to get attention from women, and they do. You know, they do get that attention. They'll be like, oh my God, she's so hot, you know, got muscles. Some women, they like it, some women, they don't. Same with women wearing tights, same with women also trying to get attention from men. So it's just a vice versa thing. So that's why I'm saying, the underlying point is that I don't think we should be telling people what to wear and what not to wear in the gym. They can wear whatever they want, right? So you can wear whatever they feel like wearing. However, of you being sexualized, it's just part of the society. It's just part of how people are. Like, unfortunately, it's difficult to not make people sexualize women. You know what I mean? You can't just say the next day now men will just stop sexualizing women. There's so many men out there. I don't know, there are a lot of men out there in the world, and a lot of men still will do that. You know what I mean? So it's very difficult. Women being sexualized will always be part of the society, and I hope you understand what I mean. Women being sexualized will always be part of the society, and it will always happen. So that's how I just said that.
It's just the way people act is everything is everyone else. Every day, all the time is everyone else.
Yeah.
You're with yourself all the time. At some point, you got to recognize what you contribute to these problems.
I mean,
there's a reason why Instagram models, all their thumbnails, you can see their ass. All them gym models who are not wanted to be sexualized or blah blah, they all got a motherfucking thumbnail with their ass showing.
Funny.
And you women at the gym are wearing the exact same clothes. Y'all know what it is? What are booty gains? Booty gains came out of nowhere? No. Motherfuckers trying to get booty for one reason only. It's because men like it.
Hey, you know what?
Let's keep it a stack. No, let's just keep it a stack.
Them legging pants that was sold on TikTok, you know why they was popular? Because you had that little couture on top of the booty that just shriveled up. Come on, that made your booty look like it was hungry and just ate up your shorts?
Yep.
Stop.
That exercise she was doing. That's the new fad on Instagram to get that Instagram booty. Why y'all getting it? Let's keep it a stack.
No, it's for me.
Arrêtez.
Chuck it.
Arrêtez. It's fine. Go look good. Do whatever you want to do. But I'm so sick of people taking these decisions and acting like it has no societal implication. The only reason you doing that exercise is because your favorite IG model uses it because it gets a lot of eyes from men. Women didn't grow asses overnight because they think that shit's amazing. No, it's because hip hop and the greater culture has made it popular. Let's say what it is.
No, they want to be more comfortable when they sit down. Calm down, man.